Hello, welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Atten Goran from Diary of a Sith Chick. I'm joined by Kenzie, also known as Sithra Siren. I'll be your
Hello.
dungeon master for the evening, and we're joined by Josh. So if you followed the Gamer's Tale previously, you know me as Trent, but if you are from the group, hey, here we are.
Hello.
Yeah, anyway. I just received word that one of our guests is not going to be able to make it because daylight savings time does not exist where he lives, and the time is off. So, what are you going to do? Tonight, we're going to be talking about the controversial topic of the new Battlefront 2 because it is new Battlefront 2. I continue to play the old one, and it is best. We'll also be talking about loot boxes and microtransactions. We brought our resident rager, Zithra Siren, in to expound upon this with great verbiage and a nice, calm demeanor.
There will be no calm. There will be no calm.
Does sarcasm escape you, apparently?
Yeah. No. The sarcasm is not real tonight. There will be no such thing as a calm siren tonight.
So tell me about Battlefront. I mean, it looks like a really good game graphics-wise.
Oh, it's visually, it's stunning. Even on fucking Xbox, it was stunning. So, I mean, you could tell that they put so much fucking work in just the graphics on it. Like it was amazing. There was one part of the campaign where Luke meets one of the Inferno squads on this planet, and I mean it was vivid, very colorful. The movements of the characters are super smooth. I mean, super realistic. I mean, it's visually stunning, and like they did a great job on that. But everything else is atrocious. And when I say atrocious, I mean that's being lenient. That's being lenient with it.
About, like, the unlocks or
just the multiplayer, the campaign. I mean, not only with the shit with this whole microtransaction bullshit, that's pissed a lot of people off. But and you know what, I'm mad about it, but I'm more mad about every fucking thing else about this game.
How do you mean with multiplayer? Is it like repetitive, like the other game?
Yeah, I mean, not only is it repetitive, but it's broken. I'll give you an example. My first night on multiplayer, I believe we were on, I want to say indoor, and I was assault, and apparently the guy who is about 30 yards away was on assault, who apparently killed me. No fucking way he killed me. It was my teammate. Friendly fire is not on this game, but it was my teammate who killed me because he was firing straight through me, and it somehow damaged my health. But then it showed that the guy 30 yards away who had his back turned to me the whole time was the one killing me.
Oh.
And I was just like, I set down my controller slowly so I didn't throw it across the fucking room. And I just took a deep breath and I said, I'm putting this game down for 2 months and I'll come back to it. I'll revisit it. But right now, I'm not picking this shit back up.
See,
Go ahead. I
Sorry.
left in the middle of that fucking round. After that, I was like, this guy had his back turned to me. There was no way his assault heavy blaster was going to get me, like I said, 30 to maybe 40 yards away on indoor. I mean, there were bushes, there were trees. I was up a mountain. He was down a mountain. There was no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, you had the elevation advantage, but dang, this is what I don't like about like publishers like EA. You know?
Yeah.
They release games.
Yeah, dude. I get that because not everything. I mean, you're gonna make something so good that you want to make something so good, but until you actually like put it out there and without it being beta, like you're gonna have things that are gonna break. Like especially with people, multiplayer, massive people logging on. The computers are going to get slow. Some shit's going to happen. And like, you got to fix the game, as it goes. But I mean, and that was a little stupid. But I mean, that was probably the cherry on top. Because, I pre-ordered this game probably 8-9 months ago, and I was like, midnight release, it's happening. I'm going to go pick this shit up. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to fucking start on the campaign. I'm going to love it. I go pick it up. I get home. I'm fucking stoked out of my mind. Like, I was so excited, put it in, get started. I did buy it for Xbox. I should have bought it for PC, but I didn't think about it. But I get through like the first about three notches into the campaign. I was stoked because I was like, God, the girl, what is her? What is her name? I don't even fucking care about her.
Ray,
That's how.
Ray?
No. Iden Versio.
Yeah, right.
She's badass. Like that first, spoilers if you haven't played the campaign. It's the first part of the campaign. But that first initial time that she's on a rebel base, and she has to escape this rebel base because she let them capture her so she can destroy something that they captured from the Empire. So they let her capture her. And so she has to go through this rebel base, and like you have to take out all these rebels. And like, I thought that was amazing. Like this bitch, in this fucking Inferno Squad outfit,
Imperial agent type.
Right. Yeah, and that's basically what she was. She was going through, I was just murdering so many rebels. My heart was singing. It was fantastic. And it progressed a little bit more to where, I still had to kill rebels until here, nobody wants any spoilers, let me know.
Status.
But until the certain part in the fucking campaign that I lost my fucking shit. I lost it. I lost respect. I lost my temper. I couldn't handle it, because when you put a game out and you make the commercial seem like it's going to be just solely from an Imperial point of view, I'm going to take that like it's going to be an Imperial point of view,
Right.
Like, they fucking made it seem like she was going to stay on the dark side. Like, it was going to be, like, Imperial for life. Like, something different, something they never done before. But, no, she defected. She did. She...
Defecated? Oh, my God.
Yeah, she defected. And you know what? And honestly, people are like, well, are you surprised? And it's kind of like, no, but yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of am, because the way they made this seem like it wasn't going to be like any campaign mode in Star Wars we've ever seen, yada, yada, yada. I still haven't finished the campaign. I'm still so mad at it. I don't even want to look at the fucking disc. I don't even want to look at the box it came in.
Is it like the content or like the actual gameplay that kind of pisses you, or all of it?
All of it. Multiplayer, campaign, the whole microtransaction thing, every single piece of it. I'm just mad about it. I'm upset because I had such high hopes, I was like, the 2014 Battlefront was fucking shit. I still play it. I like the multiplayer modes on it. And you know what? I still play that. I'm still playing that, and not Battlefront 2 multiplayer.
And they're not really like graphics wise, they're not really, it's like crazy significant in between.
No. But it's a lot smoother. And it's been out for a while. I know that down the road multiplayer on this one's going to be a lot smoother, just because they're gonna take it under their knife and needles and fix it. Like, I get it, but right now it's not happening. I'm gonna put it down. I'm not gonna pick it up for a very long time. Probably within the new year.
What really pisses me off with like EA and like Ubisoft is they release games, they're playable, but there are a lot of broken things in it, like you said with multiplayer.
Yeah.
And that's not acceptable. If you pre-order something and you're stupid enough to get like a deluxe edition, like I did with the Battlefront 1, I was like, oh yeah, season pass, and
Right.
I ended up playing for a month. You know, I
Yeah.
played. It just gameplay was too repetitive.
Hmm.
Same old thing over again, and it's more it's not like tactics based. It's more like run and gun based.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, the gameplay or playing style, it's not my cup of tea.
No. This one, it's not my cup of tea either. I don't know. I mean, I have such a bad taste in my mouth for it. I don't know if I'll ever like it, really. I don't know. Maybe that's just because I'm that petty, but
Uh, uh, oh, but from my memory of the first two Battlefronts for Star Wars, they were really run and gun. That was kind of their whole genre. But you had to still take the positions and achieve a mission. Options
Right.
with the classes, but it doesn't really seem like there's much of an option at all
right.
from some of the gameplay that I've seen.
No, there's really the multiplayer. You don't really have very many modes. I think they sacrificed modes for classes, which is not cool to me. That's kind of gay. Because I in the
And you can't choose weapons, right, with your classes, or can you?
yeah. I mean, you'll have to unlock them, and we all know.
Is it like really expensive to unlock in terms of like playtime?
Um, kinda. I mean, not as long as probably it used to be. I'm pretty sure they shortened the game time play on unlocking even the smaller weapons. But I mean, still, like, God, I mean, in the matches, like the multiplayer matches seem longer and more drawn out than ever. So, like, and I like short and sweet when it comes to multiplayer. Like, I don't like long 15 to 30-minute fucking,
Sessions,
mm,
yeah.
sessions. Yeah. I mean, like, literally the only game that ever gets that long is going to be Siege, and that's really all I will deal with because that's always interesting. That's always new. Something, that shit's always going, So, but yeah, I haven't. I'm not going to pick it up for a long time. I'm not going to happen.
Yeah, and really these developers and marketers come off releasing like substandard games. If
Right.
everyone took their time, like CD Projekt Red with The Witcher, and the subsequent expansions, then we wouldn't really be griping.
Right. Yeah. Like they
You
did.
didn't hear a lot of like bad negative reviews on anything Witcher 3.
No,
Witcher 3.
no, you did not.
No,
Very
because
rare because it was
'cause
amazing.
they did a good job. It wasn't
Yeah.
broken.
Right.
The little glitches they released like fixes to it, but the base game was great.
Hmm. And I agree with that. And everybody, I get it. Not everybody's going to be equally the same. We're not always going to have games that are going to be fucking amazing. But when you market something if you market something for a specific outlook on something, make the game that way. Like, like if you're gonna fucking say that she's an Imperial, like she's gonna remain an Imperial. Like,
And
and
man,
if
we paid $60-$70 for these games.
yeah, and I wanted to return it, I really did, but I told myself I was like, just give it time, just give it time, just give it time. It's okay to calm down, give it time.
I suggest
Yeah,
playing Republic Commando.
yeah, right.
Go shoot up everybody at EA.
I bought it. One of the only games that I bought recently. I'm enjoying it. I finally got past the first set of missions, though. It's frustrating. But it's
You
good.
bought Battlefront 2?
No, I bought
The
Republic
Witcher?
Commando.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Always a classic. What's the one that they're I believe it's Republic Commando that they're remastering.
What? They're remastering Republic Commando?
Yeah, I read something on it. They're gonna remaster it.
That's gonna
pretty
be fun.
exciting. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm not gonna lie.
All the blood, all the gore. Before it was really kind of popular.
It's gonna be very very realistic now.
It was kind of. I'm playing it. It's still kind of realistic. You shank a droid and you get covered. Your visor gets covered in oil. You have to clean it off.
I mean, if you want to call that realistic, okay, I guess. I mean,
well, if you shank the Genosians, you get covered in bug juice. So
yeah,
if you're in the spray zone, it gets on your guy's armor and you have to clean it off. So it's like, it's kind of realistic.
yeah, but I mean, like as far as like graphics and everything, more realistic. You know,
Right.
the blood looks realistic and the movements of the characters look realistic, and you know they don't look like their mouths moving to somebody else's talking. You know.
Yeah,
Well, you don't
yeah,
usually
like
see their
Mass
faces,
Effect.
so.
Like Mass Effect. Oh my god.
Mass Effect.
Andromeda.
Oh god, that fucking that shit show was. It's good for its comedy. Like, it gave us some pretty good comedy. I'll give it that. Some pretty fire YouTube videos. Yeah, I will say that. But
yeah,
that's all it was good
worth,
about.
Is it worth $60? I mean,
No, not at all.
Is it so much salt?
What?
So much salt.
Yeah,
in
so
the
much
internet
salt.
community. It's where most of the entertainment lies, at least.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect people. They are some toxic people. So.
Wait, didn't Josh play Mass Effect?
yeah, up to 3. I didn't play Andromeda just because I knew I wouldn't like the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah,
In
Nah.
the bones.
it's not worth it.
Nah. No, thank you.
Just like the COD. The last COD that I bought was I bought Infinite Warfare just because I thought it'd change, but I skipped like the whole Black Ops series.
Yeah. The intensely colorful neon guns is not my thing. I like nice matte colors, and I'm not going to spend all my time to unlock flaming pink AR-15 or something just because. I'm here to have a good time. I don't want to look like a Jackson Pollock.
No.
Or like show your pride colors.
Yeah.
But
It shoots rainbows. Sunshine. Anyway,
Unicorns.
the other thing that was a big problem, I think, for Battlefront 2 was that, hey, we started without you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Sorry it took so long for me to get in here.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's going on, bud?
We're discussing the part of... We just got done discussing Battlefront 2. I don't know if you've played it.
Okay.
If we've covered that, Kenzie hates it and probably will never pick it up again if they continue to be stupid with their stuff. I was just about to bring up the thing in Sweden where they're considering having the loot boxes as a form of gambling, and it violates their laws in some way, but...
Yeah, I heard
I'm
about
gonna
that. That's like, one of the guys was really, I don't know, apparently Sweden is like an anti-gambling country. And that's what he thought of it as like, oh, well, it's going to cause kids to gamble, but it just doesn't make any sense because you're not actually spending any money on it, usually. And you always get something, which is like the argument that Blizzard and stuff has made.
So I was going to focus in on the gambling because my brother and I, we were actually kind of raised on gambling. All the card games we played when we were kids was either something like poker, blackjack, or casino. All these gambling-based games, and we didn't use any money.
Yeah, I played a lot of blackjack as a kid. Just, S's and G's. It's nothing. Didn't have any money to gamble.
Yeah. It also teaches you basic arithmetic to count to 21. Ah, yes. Playing blackjack in a Baptist camp is always fun.
Right? Yeah, like playing in church. My dad was actually like a youth pastor for a little while. and I was part of that youth group, and we would sit in there, and I remember like chilling, playing with my sister, like playing blackjack in the youth hall with my sister. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
was awesome.
But
The
yeah,
thing is, my dad was the one who taught us how to play.
I mean, the whole concept that gambling in this scenario would be terrible is that you have the option to use money in that fashion at your own discretion. They apparently have a point grinding option where you can just devote hours and hours of your time to try to unlock something. I'm used to that. I've done that in other games.
Yeah,
There are
Yeah.
people who want to take the shortcut and purchase all the items or purchase in-game currencies. That's completely fine with me. They can use their money for that.
Well, like-
I'm not going to do it.
like I used to play Overwatch with this dude, and he would go every time there was an event. He would go and he would spend like $50 to get, or what is it like? I think he would get something like 50 loot boxes. It's like $1 loot box, so that he could get all the skins and stuff for the different Overwatch players. It's just what he did, like, and that's what he do every time. I mean, like that's cool, but I'd rather grind for the levels. Like for me, it seems like cheating.
Yeah, I played War Thunder a lot, and it was actually kind of the first real microtransaction game I've ever encountered where it's like, okay, I can spend 10 to 12 hours every couple of days to try to grind out a level to upgrade this plane or this tank to its utmost to unlock the next level, to unlock the next level,
Yeah.
to unlock the next vehicle, and put a bunch of generic stuff on it that I thought was kind of cool, and wreck people on the ground and in the air, or I could purchase it. And being raised with a very frugal mindset, I'm going to spend the 12 hours because I'm bored. I have nothing better to do. At least I'm getting some benefit from it in game.
I think you're coming a little in and out on that, but yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I was always told it meant more if you earned it.
Right.
I think that's just because we were broke, but like,
It's a combination of the two. It's that it fulfills you just a little bit when it's like, I got here by skill alone. I didn't have to purchase anything. I find it more satisfying.
yeah, exactly. Like,
That's what I like
it-
about
it
the
is like it-
Rainbow Six Siege alpha pack loot system. So you get a percentage and then you get rolls.
Yeah, they do
go
it.
for-
They do it really well.
Yeah.
That sounds like gambling.
No, they should have. Well, no, actually, the whole experience of opening an alpha pack, it's really like satisfying, especially after you get up to like 50%.
Oh, and there's nothing more raging than having up to about 70% chance of getting an alpha pack. And then you're like, oh, I just won this fucking game. I'm going to do it. Oh, gosh, I'm getting an alpha pack. And then it rolls, and it's just like, nope. And you're just like, okay, this is fine. This is whatever, I didn't just work. I didn't work super fucking hard for this. Not at all. No, like, this is cool. Whatever.
But on the inside, you're dying.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Like, a piece of my soul just kind of collapsed and was like, don't come back to this game.
I get the same thing in Overwatch when it was the last thing. I had to go spend points to get the Mercy skin that I wanted. And I rolled, and it was like the Reinhardt skin, but I saw gold and I was like, here it is. It's exactly what I want. And it was like Reinhardt. Like, man, I like Reinhardt too, but
Come on.
Oh, rip.
yeah, for real.
Oh.
So many all the stupid skins I have for War Thunder.
Siege always puts out dope ass skins for their operators during probably like once a month they normally do it. And for
I've seen some of them. The classic
dude,
ones for
the classic
ones
are amazing. Yeah. They did the Halloween special this year. I got the Habana. She looks like the girl from the Grudge. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Grudge.
The Grudge.
The Grudge. Yeah, the Grudge.
Yeah,
It should be,
she really like creeps me the hell out. The skin really creeps me the
Dude,
hell out.
it's creepy as
So,
shit.
so when I
Dude,
see
it's
it,
so creepy.
I'm always aiming for the head. That bitch gonna die.
Yeah, you're just like, oh,
Oh,
girl.
God.
You're like putting a crucifix up, like, no, bitch, get away from me. No. And
Yeah.
especially like when I play as Habana and I get MVP and like she like it zooms in on her face and I can tell everybody's just like, ugh,
Cringe.
oh god. It's just scary.
That sounds worth it. I gotta admit.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I may have dropped real hard cash on that fucking skin because I didn't have enough renown. I really would. I really fucking
That's
wanted
awesome.
it. I was just like, you know what, worth it. It's only $5. Fuck it, let's do this.
Let me show you guys a picture of this. All right, I'm gonna put it to the Hangouts chat, the group chat.
Oh boy. We know how that happened last time we had something dealing with pictures.
It involved midgets.
Oh man, was that me? Was that my fault? I don't remember.
No, that was the last time we had Leon,
Oh,
or a couple of times ago.
I was about to say I love midget humor.
It's the little things in
Yeah,
life.
the mirror ones too is pretty. Did you see that
Dude,
mirror one?
the Pulse one was probably the best out of all of them. If I played Pulse, I would have gotten that one. But fuck Pulse. So
Yeah, he's a little bitch.
he is a
Pretty
little
much.
bitch.
I guess I'm just not that okay. It's a cool looking skin.
But
No,
in game,
it's-
imagine it like staring at you, like as she has her like fucking like AK pointed right at your fucking skull. Like
no. So
she's
what
just
happens is she kills you, right? And then they do a replay of how you died, and they zoom in on her face,
they zoom in on her face, and it's
and
just
then
like
it just gets you, it catches you off guard, and it's just
Like,
boom right
it's
there.
pretty creepy. It's really creepy.
it's weird.
I haven't experienced it, so I have no comment.
And like, you know, Siege, like you're sneaking around, you're trying to take people by surprise. I did like the day that I had bought the skin, I had like changed it on Habana and I had used her. And like I came up behind this guy and like it was Pulse actually. I came up behind Pulse and I like inched up to him because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna melee him. Like I'm just gonna do it. And like literally he was using his cardiac sensor and like I see him like put his cardiac sensor down and he like turns around and sees me and I just like knife him instantly. The dude instantly messaged me and was like, I don't think I've ever shit myself harder. I was like, yes. He was like, that skin is fucking weird.
Awesome.
I put another link to the group chat. It's a Halloween YouTube video. So imagine this like staring you down.
Wait, am I in this group chat?
Yeah.
It's in the Hangouts. You might have trouble finding it since you're on mobile.
Let me put it on a message. I'll put it on Messenger.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what that guy saw whenever I came up to knife him.
I was like,
And
nope.
And I know he shit himself so hard.
Nope. Get away from me, bitch.
Yeah, he was like, oh, God, this is awful.
I have to say, I went and picked up the new Wolfenstein on Black Friday. That game was
Oh.
beautifully done.
I've heard such good things.
It was like, I was a big fan of the first one. I mean, well, like, even, like, I played the DOS game as a kid, like Wolfenstein 3D. So for me, it had, like, a nostalgia sense.
Oh.
But the first one was so good. And then I played, the second one was brilliant. Like, it was really good. Hitler was in it. He's, like, a super old dude, and he's really crotchety. Like, he's really crotchety. And, honestly, I think he was my favorite character in the whole game. It was so great. He was shooting people like you look up the Hitler scene in Wolfenstein 2. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, because you're supposed to be playing like a psycho, like what the Nazis consider like a serial killer, and
That makes
and
sense.
so yeah, well I can't give it away if you guys can play it. There's a lot that goes on, but anyway, like he's like if the actors don't get stuff right, he'll shoot them. So he's just killing these dudes, and they're like one guy calls him Mr. Hitler. And he was like, "You will address me as mein Führer," and like just shoots him like 12 times, empties the magazine, reloads, and shoots him again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was best scene.
That reminds me of paratroopers. No, airborne
Dude.
troopers.
He's old as fuck. He's eating some grapes. He's like bent over, like he looks like he's about to fucking. He's got one foot in the grave right now.
Oh, and the best.
Does he look
thing that
anything
happens in
like
that thing
Bill
is
Clinton?
just a little
No.
bit actually.
Well,
I mean, like,
nah.
he has the same rapey appeal, but but like the best part about it is there's like a bottle of wine sitting in ice, and he takes the wine out of the bucket, puts the bucket on the floor, and pisses into it in front of everybody. It was just like that was the most Hitler-esque thing they ever could have put into a game.
He just like pulls out a fucking pistol on everybody, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
What were you gonna say?
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, we were just talking about pissing in a bucket.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Pistol.
Pistol.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Emphasis on the piss.
Grown.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It seems.
But that's probably my new favorite game. I gotta be honest. Like,
It is. It looks very well done. Like I literally can see his wrinkles and like the flap sacks under his fucking chin from being so fucking old. Wow.
The creepy
You know,
skin.
it's only a matter of time until we can get like near realism in terms of
yeah.
The
That's only
creepy
my-
thing for it is the be able to map your own face onto your characters.
Ew,
like,
that would be weird.
What game did that? It was one of the 2K games. Well, maybe it's just the newer 2K games are doing it. Essentially, you like hold your eye, like your camera up to it. It's like the eye toy or whatever it's called, and on the PlayStation, and you have to like hold it steady and turn your head, and it'll scan your face into it.
Ooh, sounds like an
Big
anime
Brother.
I
It's so
watched.
weird.
That sounds like some weird shit.
SAO.
You mean Sword Art? What?
SAO. I watched
That's
this anime.
exactly.
I know how this ends.
Yeah.
Have you watched the abridged version of that? Because that thing is awesome.
The bridge, no. I just watched the 1 and 2.
I haven't watched 2. I haven't watched 1, but I have watched the abridged version, and it is golden. I love the way Kirito's character is voiced in the abridged version. It's just this gravelly rasp that just somehow works really well for the character they have him portray.
Is it anything like DBZ abridged?
Kind of. I have only seen a few of the Dragon Ball Z abridged, but it's of the abridged versions. I've seen Hellsing and I've seen SAO, and Hellsing was like my absolute favorite.
Hellsing's amazing.
And I think that the SAO version is really, really close to the same level of quality as the Hellsing abridged one. I tried a few other ones; they were kind of lame.
Yeah.
They seemed very forced. I'm looking at you, Death Note. Abridged. Yeah, that one sucked.
I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of abridged versions. Like the Team 4-Star stuff they've done. Whatever Dragon Ball Z abridged and Hellsing abridged were like, oh, dude, absolutely gold.
I watched the Bleach abridged as well. That wasn't as good. So the ones that I have watched, SAO and Hellsing, are the best.
Yeah. Is that the same guys doing it, or is it like?
It depends on where you go. It does change who's doing the abridged. But I think SAO was also kind of done by the ones who did Helsing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's all by the like Team 4-star dudes then, or their team or whatever. Like, it's
Yeah.
funny, like when the first few episodes came out, they had to take them all down. Like Funimation made them take them down because they were using their, their stuff, and they had to get licensing to do it, and that's why they have to do the disclaimer after each of their after each episode, like, or before each episode. It's not like it's fan made parody,
Yep.
but apparently they almost got sued and stuff,
Oh shit.
which to me is hilarious.
And if I were the the studio, I'd be like flattered.
Yeah, honestly, like there is no higher compliment than somebody taking your serious show and making it hilarious. I mean, that it's worth dubbing over.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when back in 2003, 2004, when like the anime started coming out and you had fan subgroups that were doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was really the only thing that was available, and actually
Yeah.
their translations are actually a lot better than the stuff that you see from Crunchyroll and what's that other service, the Anime Network or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I think they kind of half-ass their the translations from the paid services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm actually like re-stippling the rear grip on my MMP because it just wasn't aggressive enough. Like,
Aggressive.
like
I've got
I
to do
needed
that.
like
I've
I needed like all the. I'll send you a picture of how this one turned out. It turned out all right.
Back to
I don't know if you've
gambling.
seen it, but I didn't like my AK grip.
Yeah, back to gambling. So one thing I
back to
kinda
gambling.
noticed is like opening loot boxes that whole the whole animations of the chans.
Yeah, all
it's
the
all designed to make it feel good, like when you win. Just like what the I think it's the same concept as what casinos use to make slot machines in new games.
lots of bright colors and nice of bright primary colors.
Lots of like affirming like sounds and animations.
Yeah,
It's pleasurable to to do.
it's stuff to get you excited. Like
Yeah.
The other thing
So,
about it
in fact,
you're
is,
pretty.
I'm not surprised that the loot boxes are in Battlefront 2 because they were in Battlefield 1, and like every single game after Battlefield 1 came out, even for like mobile and like not flash games, but the smaller games that you need a launcher to play, they all featured some form of loot box. So I don't know
Yeah.
why people are like, why are there loot boxes in Battlefront 2? It's like that's the name of the industry right now. It's
Yeah.
you get a box.
I don't
It has an
mind
opening.
that. I don't mind that. For stuff like skins, and that's the thing with like
Yeah.
with Rainbow Six Siege is skins. If you have, or they're all just skins and cosmetic stuff. But if
Yeah.
it's something that that you'll get a chance to get in like player advantages over people who don't and they just grind,
Yeah.
that's pretty stupid.
Yeah. No one's playing.
That's like a game breaking thing. It's like
Yeah.
legal hacking.
Yeah, one of the other guys we had on a while ago, Jose. You've played D&D with him, Josh and Steven.
Yeah.
He said
Cool dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
he said he didn't mind like getting one shot from a pistol in Destiny that took like 3 extremely hard quests to get. It's like, okay, that guy earned the ability to do like thousands of damage and to be able to one-shot characters from across the screen because he worked for it. He says the
Yeah.
the next month, the first thing in like the shop you could buy was that pistol.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's so stupid. What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
then it's
like
just a game of
cannibalizing
like,
your own game experience.
yeah. I mean, then it's like everybody's the sniper from Call of Duty that just, has his quick scope settings like way up. It's just like, oh, it just snaps on the head every time. That's essentially what your game becomes.
I always ran the
Just somebody who
RPK.
disappoints their parents. I would
How'd you-
like, I don't know, I always played on hardcore, so I would just run around with a pistol, and it made people very angry because I would do really well. Like, I
Pistol.
didn't get it either. Yeah, like hacker. Like, no, dude, I just shot you in the face. Like,
The
It's all about timing. It's all about timing.
yeah,
the
pretty much.
feeling of putting a noob tube into some dude who would just happen to be my cousin in Rust with the underslung grenade launcher was just like, yeah, I like that. Thunk, thunk,
Yeah,
ah. That and the throwing knife. The
yeah.
throwing knives are probably been my favorite. I
That
would
always
greatly
kept them
consider
warm.
getting a new console and a remastered version of Modern Warfare 2 if and when they come out with that, because that would be awesome.
I'm playing now. Or I uninstalled it again because it was taking a lot of space. But like Modern Warfare 2. It's a lot different. Back then it was like cutting edge graphics. It still looks pretty good,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's not as refined as some of the newer AAA games.
Well, none of the older games that we know and love are going to be as refined. They were in the early part of the console era, and you're just barely getting there with the computers and their abilities. So it's not going to be refined. I still love playing Pitfall Mine Adventure because it was great gameplay. It has absolute crap graphics and a really great music score.
Fallout 2 is my go-to.
Yeah.
Fallout 2, it's like the RPG.
Hmm. The one I'm trying to get through now is creepy as all hell. Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl. It is worth it, I gotta say. I've never played a game before, except for maybe Metroid Fusion, where one part of the game is like, nope, I'm not doing that. I am absolutely not doing it. I had to do it because I had to go down this extremely creepy spiral staircase into the dark to find out that there's an invisible monster that can turn invisible waiting for me down there. It's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do this. And I'm currently stuck in this position that has it even worse.
All right, guys, well, I gotta jump off.
Okay, we can
But-
just end it up. All right,
Okay, so like,
bye.
See you, Siren.
yeah, I
Well.
think, I mean, for like total nope factor,
Hmm?
Dying Light was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Like, anytime it turned nighttime, it was just nope. Nope. And just odd noises, stuff like that, that really just made everything feel eerie. It was a really well done zombie game. I'm usually not like
Scared.
super big zombie game fan, because like to me it just seems like played out. But man, they did good. I don't have any beef with that game, man.
I like with most of the things that we talk about. It's like it's not the theme, it's not the content, it's the execution of the game that matters more than
Yeah,
graphics, what objects you have in the game.
yeah. I mean, you can have awesome graphics and stuff like what that game No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
Like that game was graphically like really well done and stuff, but it just didn't have any. There was no meat in it. It was just like, oh hey, it's an empty planet. Let me go get some some wild edibles or whatever's here. Just really kind of boring gameplay that didn't give you anything. You didn't feel rewarded at the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of been my beef with a lot of games, but that was like I want to feel like I just did stuff, and that was a good execution of it, and really big in the nope factor.
I gotta say, despite the fact that it is probably one of the most rage-inducing games for me to play, The Shadow of Chernobyl is very satisfying, despite the fact that I've only gotten into the campaign of it for 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, it's very satisfying to see a bandit go flying as I timed the last round from my rifle to go into his face and cause him to corkscrew in the air, and then load another mag.
That's amazing.
It is.
It just gets the blood pumping
The
to the loins.
the thing that Josh would like is that they reload really quick in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Battlefield 2 is not good with that.
It's about 3 times faster in Stalker.
Yeah, the animations, they practice. Battlefield 2 animations need to practice more.
Right? Oh,
Do your dry fire. Do your
so much so,
reload.
yes.
I was really pleased. I was stuck in a match with only it was 4 or 5 guys on my team versus a 6-man squad on the other team. So everyone else is running around doing crap, and there's just these 6 guys doing work, going to cap places in BF2. And I got a kill. Josh knows where it is. In Kharkand, from just outside warehouse to the ramp of the what's it called? The offices, I think it is, right by the bridge. The ramp that goes up there. There's a guy standing there, and I got a pistol kill on him from warehouse.
That's awesome.
That was really satisfying. He was probably really low on health, but still.
Yeah, dead is dead. Killed him. I mean, pistol kills, I don't know, man. That just makes people mad. It almost they feel insulted when you kill them with a pistol.
Yeah. I just like it because
part
it
of the
takes.
Reason why that's why I always played them hardcore, because I was like, man, going ham.
Dishonor on your family.
Yeah, dishonor on you, dishonor on the cow. Anybody else get the reference?
Oh yes.
And just make it for no reason. Oh, okay, good. There we go. There it is.
What was
Thanks,
it?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. I checked my stats for BF2. Of course, Josh is my main opponent, and my LMG kills at the time were exactly even with the amount of pistol kills I had gotten since I had started over. It was glorious. Of course, I still suck.
It was crazy.
Looking for a way to, lower the latency, because if you have over 100 ping, you could be shooting at a guy right next to you within 5 yards, and you could have your crosshairs on him and unload a full mag and still not hit him, or not hit him enough that you kill him. So
that just sounds like hacking.
No, it's
some of it is.
It's a lot of packet loss. So I was reading the forums, and they said Battlefield 2 has a lot of packet loss, in between, to and from. So a lot of the positional stuff gets lost too. And that's just
when we were stabbing each other and it wasn't registering.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
it's really weird, man.
Yeah, it's kind of rage-inducing sometimes. A lot of times.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes
it's just funny. There was I think it was in Black Ops 1, where it was right towards the end of PS3 era, where everybody was moving over to PS4, and it was so crazy because people would be flying and shooting China Lakes and stuff down onto the map. Like, one dude just made it mod so that it would do Nuketown every time. Or, like, wasn't able to do anything else. It was...
Nice. Anyway, it's been about an hour. I think we're going to close it out here.
All right.
If you enjoyed our guests tonight, you can catch us again next week because we're going to have an interesting topic for that. If we do it, I mean, if we have a show next week, and how the Stalker series inspired games like PUBG. So until then, cool music plays as the lights go down.